Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today we are featuring the Action Force Condor action figure from Valaverse. So Valaverse, I believe, is owned by Bobby Valla, a former employee from Hasbro, I believe. This line of Action Force figures is very much in line, I think, with the G.I. Joe Classified series figures. For me, that was one of the key selling points on this guy, and the reason why I got him. Just looking at the figure, it looks amazing. Lots of accessories that are being showcased through the window. He comes with a helmet. He comes with a masked head, combat knife, 3 extra hands, night vision for the helmet, his assault rifle. It looks great. And on the side, really cool illustration of Condor. And here are some of the other figures in the lineup. We have Condor, the Bone Collector, Steel Brigade, Swarm Trooper, Carrick, and Sergeant Slaughter. I reviewed the Sergeant Slaughter figure, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. Or if I haven't uploaded it yet, be on the lookout for a review in the very near future. Much like the G.I. Joe figures from the 80s, Condor also comes with a file card. So it's really, really cool that they provide all this great biographical information on the character. It's nice world building. It gives you some background into like the Action Force universe and the world that these characters exist in. All right, so let's take this guy out. Very, very excited to review this product. As a real quick warning, this might not be a very, very thorough review. From my understanding, some of these Valaverse figures, their joints are pretty tight and stiff, and the way to alleviate that is to like boil the figures or like subject them to heat to soften the plastic. So for now, I'm going to unbox this guy and we'll review him to the best of my ability. If you want a more thorough review, I'm sure you can find other content creators on YouTube who've already reviewed this guy. But for now, this is going to be, I'll do a review as best as possible. But if my joints feel a little bit too tight, I'm not going to force them. Alright, so we have Condor here. The tray has a separate overlay on top, which is nice that they provide that extra layer of protection. Also, you'll find that there's a piece of cling wrap on top, and this is nice because as opposed to using tape to hold all the accessories down, it's just one solid piece of cling wrap, and you can easily remove this. Don't throw this away, because in the event you want to restore your figure or keep it back in the box, this comes in very handy. Just put it back on top, and you don't have to worry about any of the accessories floating around or falling out. All right, so first impressions of Condor while he's still in the tray. Really excited. It's a great action figure, and just to give you an idea of the price point, so a G.I. Joe Classified series figure from Hasbro could run you anywhere between $19 to $22 to $24, depending on where you buy it. This guy here I purchased on Amazon for $49.99, so that's double the price of admission, if not more than as opposed to a G.I. Joe Classified series figure. So you're paying a little bit, you're paying over twice as much. Whether or not that's worth it is really up to you. This is a premium toy. Just by looking at it, you can tell that a lot of care went into this. A lot of accessories. The detailing is really well done. The assault rifle looks a lot more real world than the G.I. Joe Classified series. G.I. Joe Classified series, a lot of the weaponry looks a little bit more sci-fi based, whereas this looks much more grounded in real life. And the costume design is really well done also. It's a very real world looking kind of character. If you play a lot of video games like Call of Duty, this aesthetic really falls in line with that. So we have the helmet up here, the night vision scope. We have a couple of extra hands. We have the trigger finger. We have the fist. We have a kind of like an open palm hand up here. We have a masked head. So, you know, if you want to substitute this guy as Beachhead for G.I. Joe Classified series, go ahead. I think if you did a head swap, this, you know, could easily pass for Beachhead. He has a combat knife, assault rifle, like I pointed out, and he also comes with a display stand. Alright, so let's get to the main event and talk about the action figure itself. So we have Condor over here. It's a nice looking action figure. The sculpting is well done. It appears that like the painting process they use on his face might be kind of like in line with what Hasbro and Mattel have been using for their action figures. You know, it kind of looks like a very, I don't know how to explain this correctly. It's almost like a stippling effect or like a misting effect to create the different volumes of color. The sculpting is really well done. The body armor looks fantastic. I'm really sold on the body armor. So, Valaverse, they offer accessory packs as well, and I want to say they offer an accessory pack that includes this body armor, but I think it's in black and gray. And that accessory pack, I believe, comes with extra weapons, maybe a backpack. So, I mean, the level of customization, you know, is there. So if you're not fond of this color, you know, you could buy one of the accessory packs and just swap out his tactical gear. Sculpting on the vest is really nice as well. As you can see, it's very much in line with what we're getting with G.I. Joe Classified series, but you're paying a much more premium price. It seems like it has the same level of detail as the G.I. Joe Classified series, the same level of accessories, same level of articulation. Now, in terms of height, let's get this guy measured out. So this guy Condor stands in at about 6.5 inches, and let's compare him to some of the G.I. Joe Classified series figures. So this guy, I'm gonna guess, is gonna fall much more in line with G.I. Joe Classified series Duke, who we have right here. Duke comes in at about a little under 6.5 also. So these guys could easily, you know, stand next to each other and not look out of place. You know, they scale very well next to each other. And likewise, the design aesthetic and the sculpting, it seems like they're on the same level. You know, this guy isn't like, he doesn't have any more or less detail than this one. You know, the folds are just as realistic. The detailing on the accessories looks very much in line with these. So yeah, here's a nice comparison to give you an idea. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have a much larger body for the G.I. Joe Classified series. Here's Gung Ho. He shares the same body as Roadblock, and they're both larger figures than like Duke. I want to say this guy comes in at maybe 6 3/4. Yeah, this guy's 6 3/4. Much taller action figure. And here's the height comparison. You know, it works. You know, this guy's supposed to be a bulkier, tankier character. Again, the level of detail is very comparable. You know, doesn't have any more or less detail than the Classified series. Articulation-wise, this guy's head rotates about that much. You can look down, I believe, about there. Does he look up? Doesn't want to look up, which is unfortunate. And as I've stated, I don't want to get too crazy with the joints because from my understanding, some of these joints could be very tight. So I'm just going to jostle them around a little bit. Nice additional detailing right there with the crest on his shoulder. So his arms rotate. That seems fine. They go out. It's very familiar. So if you've handled Marvel Legends or other G.I. Joe Classified Series figures, you know, the quality of the joint, it feels very familiar. You know, it's nothing new. Bicep cut right there. Pinless double jointed elbows, and the pinless design looks very clean. His elbows bend. It feels like a Marvel Legends in a Classified Series figure. You know, it's very much in line like that. Articulated wrists. If he has an ab crunch, I'm not seeing it because of the vest. This vest is a separate piece. I'm not sure how to remove it. Does it detach at some point? Oh yeah, okay, I found it. So if you look here, there is a seam right there, and I believe you could pry it apart, I think. Yeah, you could pry it apart right there. You can see where the peg goes into the socket. I'm not sure if I should try that. I don't want to accidentally... Alright, there we go. We got it out. And the plastic's a little bit tough. It's very dense and hard, so it's not that pliable. And can I get this off? Or is... Yeah, okay, I can get this off. I don't want to pull the head off, because I know you can swap the heads out, but I'm not sure how... I don't want to, like, yeah, force the head off without heating it up first. But at the very least, let's try to remove the vest. And there we go. Got the vest off. And he looks really, really cool without the vest. Oh god, this guy's off center. Alright. Alright, I'm running into some issues. This joint is super, super tight. So my guy was assembled, or at least he was, his torso is off center, as you can see right here. I want to twist it, but it's not moving. It's really stiff, so I might have to heat that up first. I don't want to accidentally break it. Or could I twist it? I don't want to. This way. Oh, I don't like that sound. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to heat this up later because I don't want to break the peg underneath his torso. I don't know if that's a soft plastic or if it's a hard joint. Can we get close up in there? Yeah, so it doesn't want to, it's really tight. I don't want to twist it too much. It twists one way, but it doesn't want to twist back. Yeah, I'm going to heat this guy up. This is ridiculous. It's super tight. As you can see, he has a butterfly joint. So right now, if you're looking at this figure, I have him twisted perpendicular, so I can't twist this back this way. It's really tight. It'll rotate this way, but not going back. I might have to heat that up. Waist swivel, which is moving all right. It affords you to rock him side to side. He has a separate belt above his belt, which is odd. Legs kick up. Again, kind of tight. They kick out. Thigh cut, thigh swivel. Pinless knees. Very tight. I don't want to risk breaking it, so I might have to heat this up. And a boot swivel. So overall, I'm really liking this figure. As I'm looking at this body, I think they've reused this body already. Let me grab that figure real quick. Alright, so be on the lookout for reviews on these two guys. These also belong to the Action Force line. We have Riot Warfare Republic Guard and Urban Combat Republic Guard. And I want to say these guys might use the same body as this. So be on the lookout. I'm going to review these guys in the near future. Alright, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how would I rate this guy? I want to say an 8 to 8.5. It's not perfect. The ridiculously tight joint scares me a little. So it's much like I read online. I have to heat this guy up. I don't want to force it because I'm not sure what kind of plastic they're using for the joint underneath. Like, I'm not sure if it's a soft plastic that'll tear if I try rotating it, or if it's a harder plastic that'll snap in half for the joint. So I'm going to take a look at this in a little bit. So yeah, very solid figure. You know, is it worth the $49? It depends. You know, if you're looking to get into the Action Force line, you know, it might be worth checking out, just getting one figure and judging it for yourself. But, you know, with the G.I. Joe Classified Series figures being a lot more affordable, you know, this might be an easy pass for some people. But I do think, you know, a lot of Classified Series collectors might want to dabble in this line. The quality is amazing. The detailing is great. The aesthetic fits in with the rest of the G.I. Joe Classified Series of figures. And, you know, with this line continually growing with more figures, I think it's just going to get a lot more exciting. But for their first time out, I think it's a very, very impressive lineup of figures, and the quality's there. You know, right now, my only issue is the joints are just super tight. You know, that's like more of a quality control issue. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I will see you at the next one. Alright, later.